Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela. And again, the sun is going down, but it's on that side from where it was this morning on this side. And again, I come out here and it's just in that perfect spot between the trees where it's right on my face. So I came out here Saturday evening, to do a deck interview, another deck interview spread. And this time I keep it in this little pouch, my trimmed and edged Crystal Visions Tarot. I haven't used this deck in a while. The last couple of days it feels like I've been calling to it. I edged it in this bubblegum pink. Comes off a little purple, more like the backs. Comes off perfect, and it's trimmed perfectly. But I trimmed all the edges off except for the bottoms. But if you haven't seen, this deck is very otherworldly, very magical, very mystical, very much a like an alternate universe kind of deck, which I love it. I love the purples, pinks, golden, orange, fiery orange hues in it. It's a beautiful, beautiful fairy tale deck, it looks like. So that's the deck we're going to be using today. And I think that's the extra card in there. Yeah, the unknown card. That's the extra card in there. I haven't used this in a while, so I am going to use it for this interview. I am going to do an interview with it, just to kind of reconnect with it and find out exactly what it wants from me. And I have been using it in another way the last few days as well, and I'll probably do another video on that. And then as an added bonus, because I haven't used this pretty much since I got it, first week I got it. I waited for it forever on Kickstarter, but it's the second edition of the Practical Magic Inner Witch Oracle. And I was thinking yesterday, I'm like, I don't have any witchy decks. I'm like, wait a minute. This is the perfect, almost Samhain, almost October, Halloween-y fall oracle deck. So I will be using that probably more often lately. So without further ado, I'm going to do like I normally do in a deck spread. I'm dropping cards already. Because normally I do a regular spread every week, different spread every week, every Saturday. I'm stopping doing those for a while to do the deck interview spreads because I have a lot of decks that I've not done any interviews with. And it's going on the other side now, so I can see you guys. I forgot to pull up the interview spread. And I actually found one by Ethany. I took a picture of. It's the interview your new tarot deck spread. There's 5 questions. 1 is, what kind of reading will you excel at? Number 2, what are your strengths as a tarot deck? 3, what are you here to teach me? 4, how can I connect best with you? And 5, what card sums you up the best? So this is a little bit different than what I normally do. I have a couple different tarot spreads I do for interview spreads. And I saw hers the other day. It's funny because as soon as I stopped deciding I was going to stop doing the tarot spreads, 3 people I follow have done tarot spreads now. Ethany's one of them, and then Boho Tarot was the other one. She did the autumnal. Let me see. I have it here. I can't find it now. That's weird. I just saw it. Oh, it's right there. The Autumn Weave spread, which I have yet to do as well. But I'll be doing that at some point. But it looks interesting. So today we're going to do Ethany's Interview Your New Deck spread. Those 5 questions. And usually I'm going to do just like I do with a normal deck spread. I'm going to do a couple quick cleansing breaths and then pull the cards. So bear with me just a moment. And I'm going to take a few deep breaths, do a quick meditation, and pull the cards. Push you guys back a little bit. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, so I'm going to stop for a second and take a photo. Because as I'm sitting here breathing, I felt like there was something to my right, and I look over, and the sun is behind the tree just enough where there's like sunbeams coming all around on the ground. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I had to take a picture because I'm all about photos of skies and moon and stars and sun. I took this one the other day at my job. Just the clouds were beautiful. See, I have more phones of that, and there's the moon during the morning. I have more pictures of nature on my phone than anything else. There's the full moon the other night. Yeah, I'm crazy. Crazy about pictures. Okay, so back to the... So, for card 1, we're going to do... And I can't read that. What kind of reading will you excel at? What kind of reading are you going to excel at? I think one flipped. No. What kind of reading will you excel at? There's one jumping out at me. Number 2. What are your strengths as a tarot deck? What are your strengths as a tarot deck? What are your strengths as a tarot deck? Whoa. Number 3, what are you here to teach me? What are you here to teach me? What are you here to teach me? Wow. Talkative. 4, how can I connect with you? How can I connect best with you? How can I connect best with you? And I feel like I already know something's already coming in. And it's almost like it's saying you're doing it. Being in nature. I feel like that one goes with that. And then what card sums you up best? What card sums you up best? Wow. Alright, so we have 5 cards, and then an additional card tried to come out with the 4th card. So we have technically 6 cards. But I'm anxious to see this. Yeah, so the first card, what kind of reading will you excel at? And there's the back's gorgeous. And it's the 8 of Wands. And I feel like this has already mentioned that as fast as these cards were coming out, it's like I'm a fast-paced mover. I will get the message out quick, and without delay. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling there. That's crazy, because I felt that as soon as the cards were flying out left and right, I was like, yeah, it's fast-paced. It's a very fast-paced card, and that... I thought it was just horses. It's not. They're unicorns. They all have a horn. That's crazy. So that also makes it seem... what kind of reading will you excel at? The kind... I feel like it's a fast-paced, moving reading that it would have, but it's also the stuff that you keep hidden, that you don't want anybody to know about. That's what this deck is going to pull out for you. Yeah, crazy. Makes sense, because I feel like that's a lot of my decks. And what are your strengths as a tarot deck? Card 2, what are your strengths as a tarot deck? 9 of Pentacles. And I saw this for a brief second and almost thought it was the strength card, because like I said, I haven't used this deck in a while. But I'm still getting this solitary strength from it. Even with her, the 9 of Pentacles, it's all about earthy. She's well connected to the tiger. She's connected. There's a peacock there. The birds are flying around. She's well grounded. And I feel that with every part of me. I feel it. And just look at the pentacles. They're all jewels. It's so beautiful. Um, what are your strengths as a tarot deck? It will keep me grounded. The deck will keep me grounded. It is a very grounded deck, and tell it like it is. It's not going to beat around the bush. I feel like it's going to be a very grounded, earthy type deck, and it's going to straight shooter, which again is most of my deck. Number 3, what are you here to teach me? Number 3, what are you here to teach me? The High Priestess. And it's funny because I've gotten the High Priestess with this specific question in another spread before, in another deck. What are you here to teach me? And to me, it's, again, all about my spirituality, all about the next steps in tarot, all about the next steps in my gifts and my mediumship. That's what it's all, to me, one package in the High Priestess. So I feel like that, again, is just telling me we're going to keep on keeping on. We're going to keep trucking toward your opening up your gifts and being more practical with them. So that's interesting as well. Number 4, how can I connect best with you? And now I don't even remember what I was going to say earlier. I should have just said it when I was hearing something coming out. But 2 cards came out of that. The Emperor was one of them, and he's very fiery and very red and very succinct. I'm getting the word succinct. And then we have the Queen of Swords. And imagery-wise, they are almost like night and day, hot and cold. Which you would guess that from the Queen of Swords. But to me, there's a balance there. They're both very analytical. They're both very in charge. But there are other sides to them. And that's what I'm getting there is this. You need to realize there's 2 sides to everybody. You need to find that balance. Again, I'm getting balance. But when it pertains to this question, how can I best connect with you? How can I best connect with you? To me, this is saying studying, and with an open heart, because the Queen is often closed off, very closed off. So I need to be open to whatever the Emperor has to teach me. That's interesting. And that, I just gotta say, for a Queen of Swords, that's a beautiful card. I love all the pinks and purples in there. Gorgeous. And then the last one, what card sums you up the best? What card sums you up the best? We got the 6 of Wands. And again, I felt the same thing I did here with the Emperor. This very fast moving. And we got the 8 of Wands here. Like, there's this very fast paced, no beating around the bush, any of that. Very fast paced. And the 6 of Wands is usually a celebration. Looks like he's riding in. Yeah, he's riding in on the lion, like I'm the boss of everybody. But I feel like, again, there's this very fast-paced, moving energy, and not just what the typical 6 of Swords would be about celebrating. To me, it's very fast, very to the point, very matter of fact. Even as beautiful as the deck is, it's going to be more like the Queen of Swords. Very analytical, very, very matter of fact, very to the point. So let's see what the book has to say. And the sun's moving again. So for the 8 of Wands, if I can find the wands, and you know it's the last suit in here. 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands involves quick, decisive action, receiving a message, finishing a project, or reaching a goal. This card portrays 8 unicorns. Excuse me. Stampeding, and the sun's right in my eyeballs now. Again, let me see if I can move this over. See if you guys can see that. This card portrays 8 unicorns stampeding down a mountainside. They are swift and powerful as they head toward the valley below, allowing nothing to get in their way or break their stride. Okay, so what was the question on that first card? It was, what kind of reading will you excel at? Very fast-paced, very nonchalant, like quick and to the point, allowing nothing to get in its way of delivering the message. In the reverse, when the Eight of Wands appears reversed in a spread, it can represent a slowdown in communication, business, news, or travel. The Eight of Wands reversed signifies pretty petty annoyances, frustrations, and miscommunication, much like one would experience when Mercury is in retrograde. And that's funny because Mercury is getting ready to go into retrograde. And I'm already feeling it. Like, there's been some craziness going on. I don't know if you guys can even see me at this point. The sun is crazy. Moved right into the tree, out of the trees. So for question 2, what are your strengths as a tarot deck? We got the Nine of Pentacles. And I don't think I'm going to read the reversals on these just because it just gives you a better description, and I don't feel like any of them are reversed. The Nine of Pentacles represents someone who is self-sufficient, refined, and comfortable in her surroundings. This woman has built the life that they visualized for herself and therefore is fulfilled and content. She resides in the flourishing garden at harmony with the wildlife she has tamed. Peacock by her side represents grace, refinement, and affluence. That is beautiful. And what was the question? What are your strengths as a tarot deck? Yeah, she's tamed the wild tiger. Yeah, she's in harmony with everything around her. I find that quite beautiful. But that will be it's a harmonious deck. Number 3, what are you here to teach me? And we got the High Priestess. And there goes the sun again. The High Priestess represents mystery, the unconscious intuition, and divine realms. She brings a sense of calm to our lives and helps us find deeper meaning through understanding, wisdom, and knowledge. The keeper of all things magic, the High Priestess stands upon a crescent moon, symbolizing intuition, psychic force, and unseen energy. She holds a pomegranate in one hand and an ankh staff in the other, and is surrounded by butterflies, all symbols of rebirth and eternal life. Wow. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. So that fits quite fitting with what I said about the, what are you here to teach me? The psychic force. And number 4, how can I connect best with you? And I got the Emperor and the Queen of Swords, and I'm right on the Emperor. So I'll just read that first. Structural, protective, and authoritative. The Emperor is the ultimate guardian and patriarch. Holding an ankh staff in his right hand, the symbol of life everlasting, the Emperor balances an orb with his left, representing the world he rules and protects. The eagle carries another orb, representing the power, dominance, and vision of the Emperor. A crown bearing the horns of a ram, a symbol of assuredness and intelligence, adorns the Emperor's head. He stands sure-footed, protecting his domain. And I think it's interesting that both of them have the same kind of staff. Except the orb that's on her staff is carried by the eagle in his. That's interesting. Very interesting. And then the Queen of Swords is stern but feminine. She rules with her head, not her heart. Yet she is not without compassion. And that's what I said. There's always two sides to everybody. She is wise and fair, honest and forthright. She's ready for battle when necessary, though she prefers to keep matters civilized. The clouds of conflict part, illuminating the Queen of Swords with the light of hope. Wow. Beautiful. And I think those two were, perfect to come out together. That's crazy. And then the last card, we did the question, what card sums you up the best? And we got the Six of Wands in the back. The Six of Wands is the card of vindication, acknowledgement, recognition, and pride bordering on arrogance. The champion emerges from the struggle as a hero. He stands on a mountaintop holding a torch of victory in one hand and a crystal ball in the other. So, yeah, there's 3 cards now I've had. But there's a crystal ball and orb. That's crazy. A symbol of vision and enlightenment. The The triumphant lion beside him is a symbol of strength and power. What card sums you up the best? Yeah, strength and power. And then it's the triumph crystal ball, and the other a symbol of vision and enlightenment. So we got the high priestess, which to me also symbolizes that. And then these two here, it's yeah, very very enlightened deck, I would say. So let's pull a card real quick from my second edition Practical Magic Inner Witch Oracle from Kickstarter. Gorgeous book. Gorgeous rainbow colored edging here. And it immediately started trying to chip as soon as the first time I shuffled. That chipped off. So I'm not really into ruffle shuffling this deck. The cardstock is fabulous though. Do we have any other information that we want for this spread? There's a card right there. We pulled an amethyst, which to me is acceptance and courage. Which to me, the amethyst is a symbol of like the ultimate crystal for intuitiveness and enlightening, broadening your gifts, things like that. So that's very interesting, and the colors match these cards beautifully. So that's amazing. So let's see what the book says about the amethyst. Embrace your fate. And I've been told this many times by many cards in many decks. Go forward with confidence and courage. And that's exactly what the Six of Wands just said. It is time for you to accept the cards you have been dealt. Wow. Interesting. You are more than capable of overcoming this current issue. You need to ensure that your emotions do not get in the way. Emotions don't get in the way. Queen of Swords. Let go of the worry and doubt and embrace the fact that things are going to work out. Amethyst is ideal for reducing stress and is the perfect stone for healing and overall joy. Grab yourself some amethyst and let its magic energy aid with your courage, peace, and happiness going forward. Meditate with the stone and use it in energy work to gain the magical benefits. And this is literally the first time I've used it since I got it in like March or April. And that just went so well with that spread I just did. That was amazing. Amazing. Just reconfirmed what the deck was saying. It's like basically called me out. Said, hey, listen to the cards you've been down. You didn't really need to use me. Interesting. You just can't make that up. So yeah, that is this deck's interview spread. If you guys have this deck or don't, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the interview spread. Let me know what you think overall of the video. If you got the other deck or not. Because I know it's gold gilding on some people got the gold gilding edges. Let me know what edging you got. And then I always keep this deck in here with a pink stone or rose quartz in this little cute bag. So yeah, that was this week's interview spread. If you guys are interested in seeing more, let me know in the comments. But if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And you have a great night.